How's everybody doing today? All right. Right there. Probably turn my headset on, huh? That would help. All right. Let's see what Dear Max is going to be getting on his account today. So we have already done his arena team. Go ahead. Collect some of these rewards. Oh, he dropped down. That's not good. All right, I think I need to work on his spider team today. What's going on, T-Bone? How you doing? Ooh, that was fast. T-Bone, we need to do, what was it? Your Hydra, if I'm not mistaken, right? Gotta get on that too. What's going on, Being Useless? How you doing, brother? You used your keys? Okay. So I guess after reset, we'll hop on your team or on your account this week. All right. I think we got the 5 fights done in. And let's take a look at... You got the dragon team done. This account is in such distress. It's not even funny. I've got an initial video coming out on this. It is so so bad. So bad. He had his Stultus built with 60k HP, like I want to say 3.8k defense, like 200 and something speed, 60% crit rate, 260 crit damage, and in a regen and perception set with like 480 accuracy. So, and I could not figure out where he was using them. What's up, Sus? How you doing, brother? Welcome, 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 welcome. All right. Oh, we got to collect the rest of the rewards. Dear Mr. Max. No, not with that kind of stats. Not with those kind of stats. He was not using them in Dragon 10. Dragon 10, he was actually, I think he was using Walking Tomb Drain as for HP burns, which was interesting. But I did, to help him out, because we're currently doing this whole takeover during the fusion. So I did have to build him as Dragon Team last week. So we fixed that. So now he's got, you know, this is what he's currently running. Seer. I hope he did not take. I really hope he didn't remove any gear. Oh no, okay, we just missed the decreased defense there. Damn, he needs a crushing run down Seer. There we go. Okay. So it's just 3%ed 60% of the time. 3%ed 60% of the time. They're not dying fast enough. Come on. There we go. That took way too long. We're gonna keep him just in case, because I'm not sure about the account. I think we might be running into some gear issues here. All right, there we go. That was just 3%. That was just 3%. That makes me feel better. I think we got some information to share, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let me see here. Let me check Discord. Let's see. 3:30 p.m. UTC. What time is it right now? I hate how they do the announcements in UTC time. Screws me up. Maybe I should just move to England to make things easier for me, right? So in about 30 minutes, we can share something here. Something. I think it's helpful for some of the accounts. No, I don't think. It's nothing like that. It's something a little more appealing. All right. He needs a spider team. Currently, right now for spider, he's running stage 25. This is the team. But we need... He has been running stage 10, but this team is not going to work for it. Or it could. Actually, what was he running? Spider 10 hard mode. Okay. So... that is the team that I was looking to build. Okay. What's going on, another Roach? How you doing? Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Thank you. It's been hard, man, trying to get work under control and streaming and everything. Not being full-time kind of kills. So on my main account, I am so, because I don't buy primals, and I am so out of the meta. I probably could do like, I don't know, between 300 to 5. but I have not pushed plat in over a year now. There's actually two people. One was a clanmate of mine, Mr. Blondie, who was pushing on my account back when I was in SP, because he enjoys plat, so I was letting him push in. So he enjoyed that, and then actually being useless now kind of plays around on my account a little bit with some arena and stuff, but I don't know if he's placed plat at all. I think the time frame is kind of the killer. I wish I could go full time. I think my wife would kill me though. I think my wife would kill me. All right, so let's look at this team. What do we got? I don't know if it's the speed hack. I mean, I know I have fallen out of the meta because I just refuse to buy primals. And mythicals, I mean, have just completely destroyed plat arena. Even with Cyrus Maruchka, you know, even with having the champions that I do on my account with the gear, I'm still way out. Like, trying to compete with the top 20, 50 people like I was in the past, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. I'm not gonna be dropping a new content how to empty your bank account. I think that's a possibility. Oh wait, wasn't that primals? Right? It could also be what's it called? It could also be these prism crystals too, right? It could also be these prism crystals. All right, let's take a look at Walking Tomb Drain. We got to build him up. So we're gonna use. We got two of them. We want this guy. So we have the 6-star Brimstone, which means we do not need to put any accuracy for Brimstone. All right, what kind of build did he have here? 246. Why did we put him in a regen and perception? Why was he built? Why is he built with perception, with accuracy? Nothing in his kit requires accuracy. Nothing. Confused? A little? Actually, confused a lot? Confused a lot? Brimstone 6-star doesn't need accuracy. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. All right. All right, so we need Walking Tomb Drain to go at about 260 speed, right? Because we gotta have. Does he have an augmentum? Okay, we do have an augmentum. So we have augmentum go first, spread out the hex, Walking Tomb Drain goes in, and places the HP burn. And then he's got Sisia and he's got Artak, and then we can use a Royal Guard at the end to clean up everything, and that should take it, unless he's got a G-Nut on this account. Holy shit, we have no G-Nuts. We have no G-Nuts, guys. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Skipping out that fusion was a bad idea. All right, let's build Walking Tomb Drag now. Optimize. We want to go balance. Where else would I be using Walking Tomb Drag? To think of. Regen could work, but I'd rather put Artak in Regen. Maybe Reflex could be. Well, let's see what we have for gear. We don't have a lot. We got Relentless, that could work. Stalwart. Yeah, he's got no G-Nut. Got no G-Nuts. Hey, random human, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. The problem here is we'll be using Walking Tomb Drag in Ice Golem, so I want to try to make the build to kind of help with that, but he's lacking a lot of gear sets. Doesn't require accuracy, so we don't need perception on him. All right, let's do let's see if we can do triple immortal. We'll start with that. Does he does have a Kymar. I think he's got 2 Kymars actually. Yeah. He's got 2 Kymars, so he's good. Yeah, so this one is the one that we've built for dungeons to go first. And I think this one I'm going to have to build in like a damage set if we want to use him for hard mode Fire Knight. Could use 3 burns, Royal Guard, and reset. I believe the speeds for that though would be a lot faster if I'm not mistaken. We can try that out too. All right, let's go optimize. Go 260 speed. We want to go survivability sets because he is going to get okay. 109k HP, 4k defense, 262 speed in triple immortal. Yeah. So the issue with this account is going to be he lacks a lot of the good gear. Mostly because he doesn't know what to keep and what to sell. So what's the aim? So we basically, he's kind of destroyed this account over time. Like he just rips gears off of champions and stuff like that, not paying attention to what he has built. So we basically need to get him back to farming all of the hard mode dungeons. We got to push him up on some of the other ones, right? I think he needs to go up on Fire Knight and on Ice Golem hard. And the only thing that I don't really have to touch is his clan boss team. We fixed his arena team already. So now we just got to work on Hydra, Hydra, all 3 teams, 3v3 arena, all 3 teams, and then whatever's left over, we're gonna try to gear some different champions for live arena. So I like this build. Definitely good. We could always make it a little bit better with Ascension. So also, real big game changer here. Equip in game. Holy shit, Hell Hades. You've just made this game so much easier for everybody. So much easier. This is absolutely insane. Like, being able to do this, such a game changer. Such a game changer. I think this is, yeah, so he did a couple of sponsors. So he gets he basically went all in and said, yep, let's do this. So he's done like the last 3 or 4 sponsors we've had, and he's like, okay, I've saved up everything. Let's do this. So, okay, so we got Walking Tomb Drain done. All right, now the next one's gonna have to be Cecilia, and I can see using her for Hydra, definitely. And we also, what's the Artec build look like? Yeah. Okay. We don't even have a monkey built on the account. This I don't get right here. Why we wasted resources leveling up 3 Lanicus's. I don't know. I just don't understand this. That's kind of nuts. All right. Live refresh. And no, luckily they're not. They're not all booked. But this is what I mean. It possibly is for the lulz. I don't know about that. I don't know about that being useless. Let's see here. I want Artec next. Optimize. Survivability. Sets. I want regen. And then stats. We want to go with 250 speed or 255 speed. 450 resistance and 350 accuracy. No builds. Okay. Let's go back to stats. Let's bring this down to 400 because I'm guessing that's where the issue is going to be. So glyphs wise, we can use, he doesn't have any speed glyphs, but he does have resistance glyphs. So we'll go with 10. Accuracy, we'll go with 10 on that. Nothing again. Very nice. That's awesome sauce. I still have yet to break 400. I've still to yet break 400 on my team, on my CP. Is she in protection or just random sets? We don't have masteries. We don't have masteries. Okay. Come down, take oppressor. I hear you, brother. Same here. Let's put it into the optimizer and let's see here if that's going to help. Let's go to, forget which one Masteries is under. Configure, there we go. Okay. So he's going to take that. He's going to take pinpoint accuracy, lure of steel. If that helps at all. Still nothing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know Bob did some work on it a while ago to help him out with like clan boss. That's why I know the clan boss team is good. But he's just kind of, like I said, some of the builds on here make absolutely no sense. Let me see. Oh, we took it from that. So I ended up rebuilding the Yannicka, right? So we got her, because he wasn't using her as a damage dealer. He just had her sit there doing nothing. And I'm like, well, you got a 6-star crushing Ren. I'm like, if you're not pushing plat, she's probably one of your best choices. So we ended up rebuilding her. I ended up getting... it was not speed tuned, so I ended up putting Molly in as well too. And then it was bad. It was bad. We're sitting on 2 Regashes here. Just, this is what I mean. Like, he's got a lot of champions that are just not geared. Like, he just pulls gear off of champions and just leaves it. So we didn't put Drang in regen though, right? I put Drang in triple immortal. So I don't know if anybody has any regen right now, or who has regen right now. Okay, I locked Stultus. Stultus has got regen. What we got here? We got crit damage. It's gonna be hard. See. Yeah, so ninjas and regen. Ninja and regen is not actually a bad idea, especially for Hydra. If you want like a full auto team with like Lady Mikage.
Nearly half of Granite State homeowners rely on well water. This can come with huge benefits from cost.
Let's see. I guess I'm not gonna be able to do it in regen. Can we have yeah, it's in distress. It's in distress. It needs help. It needs help. Let's take a look at. So if we put a banner on with like 16 speed, that'll get us to 255. Do we have any oils? Whoa, 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 Grim. Whoa, Grim. I don't know, man. He built what was it? Noble. That Noble hit like a truck when I showcased him. That Noble was built like a truck. Of course, they're all. All right, let's see. Can we get? No. It doesn't matter because we don't have oils. I wonder if we can get it in. Shots fired. Shots fired, Grim. You built them and the builds are like shit? Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's go Immortal. Let's start off with 2-piece. Nope. Yeah. All right, let's take the resistance out. So I haven't had the time to test it, but I want to do the Deacon with Noble. And then I also want to test it with somebody on like their A1 if they have Evil Eye. Watch now, Grim's taking down notes and he's going to go record his next video. Okay, so Pumba. Sure you were. Oh shit, we're gonna need to make silver, aren't we? He's low on silver. Yeah, he's got 920k. It's okay. When you do your video on it, just make sure you give me credit when you use your Deacon and when you test out the Evil Eye on the A1, you know, with the AoE. Definitely sus. I just have to we got a lot of things to get done. We have any silver in here? No. All right, let's go. Just new. None of these are special accessories. You should do it with Deacon, because Deacon is on a 3-turn cooldown, decreased defense, decreased turn meter. And he's an accessible champion for a lot of the player base. Saying. Alright, let's bring this, actually.
Those fake ads really drive you mad, huh? The game looks so fun in the ads.
That. Of that. That. So 5 more weeks and Mr. Grim Reaper is going to be a daddy, guys. 5 more weeks. Five more weeks. Have you guys picked out a name yet, Grim? No name yet? Have you picked out her gamer tag yet? What about that? You tried for Lydia? Oh. I bet the wife loved that. I bet the wife loved that. Primals. Okay, so it is now 3:30 EST. Let me just make sure. 1 second. Confirmation. Yep. So tomorrow we are going to have a guaranteed for Inquisitor Shamail 30 void shards. It'll be available for 72 hours. Mr. Inquisitor Shamail, if you got 30 voids and you need a Hydra champ, not a bad one to get. Actually, I might even just blow some just to get, because I think mine's +2, so I could plus 3 them. Waste. Waste being useless says. All right, let's do Cecilia now. I think on the main account I got +2 that I use in Hydra, and he's awesome. I love him. I love him. He is definitely useful. Next Narcissus event. I think we're gonna be far away from another Narcissus event. I don't think we're gonna be getting another event like that. I don't buy shards, period. My account is lacking mythicals, and I've been seriously considering buying primals, but I'm just like, I can't stomach, or I just can't make a good argument for spending $5 on a rare champion. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't say, yeah, spending $5 on a rare, even though I might have like a 1% chance to get a mythical. I can't do it. I just like, I just can't, I can't really like say I would definitely do it. It's not, well, that's because I don't care about live arena. I don't care about live arena at all. You know who does live arena on my account, Grim? It's being useless in chat. He's the one. He enjoys doing live arena on my account. If it wasn't for the Marius mission, I wouldn't have touched it. I can't. Like I said, my account's fallen so far out of the meta on the champions because partially because I haven't spent in like 3 months. 4 months, and I refuse to buy primals. I refuse to buy primals, like... Exactly. Exactly, Floppy. You know, my son always is like... My son is always like, Dad, Nash opened up 300 primals. I said, yeah. He opened up 300 primals. He spent about $1,500. And he's like, yeah, but he got so many mythicals. I said, yeah, but it ain't worth it, bud. I just can't find myself to do that anymore. Live Arena holds 0 interest. Yeah, it's yeah, I'm not a fan of Live Arena. And I think if we had like friends lists that we could like play off against each other, even if it was just for fun, right? Just for no reward, no nothing. I think then I would like Live Arena a lot more. I'd probably enjoy it and like play with it if I had a friends list of like people that I could go off of, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I mean, I think if Live Arena was a friends list thing, we could get it to the point where it's like an actual like tournament, like every weekend tournament, like you could have people do it. I think it's definitely one of those things that if we did it, like it would just be huge. Imagine like just having different content creators going up against different people and stuff like that. Like I'd probably devote like an hour of the podcast to it, or just do like a segment every week or something. Why can't they have it open all day? That's a good question. I mean, I guess keeping it at those times makes it so that, you know, there's more traffic coming in that way, so you're less likely to have to wait that full minute. Granted, most of the time you still have to wait, but I think that was their reasoning and behind that. You know? But Cecilia does not require crit rate, and I don't want to kill the spiderlings, so let's go perception, one set. Let's go, no, not region, immortal, because we can use it for Hydra, 2-piece. Stats, we want to go 250 to 259, 350 accuracy. Yeah, I think like with Live Arena, they just missed out so much. Like the stuff that they could do would be insane. Could have so much fun with it. So much. Okay. So we've got... What did I say the other one was? What we needed? We're gonna take that out. So we need somebody to go I guess the cold heart can be built because I need to build a cold heart anyways for Fire Night. And I think she needs to be at about 270. 274. Let's try 70% because I don't think he's going to have that. But yeah, I didn't think so. Didn't think so. Did I change strings? No. Well, yeah, I did. He's rebuilt now. So walking Toondrang is at 264 speed. Then we got Artek, Cecilia last. We need Cold Heart to go first so that all the Spiderlings will come down, and then Royal Guard should take everything else out. More dogs, bro? Really? Really? Oh no, we can't take... does he run it? Is it a man-eater composition that he runs? Actually, being useless, I'm not gonna lie, man. I've been watching like tactical dogs, and I've been thinking. I was just talking with my wife. I was like, you know, what if the next dog we get is like one of the tactical dogs, like either a German Shepherd or what's that other one called? And we train him that way, like just to be. Okay, no, he's running a domestic comp, just to be like making sure that the kids are safe and stuff like that when they're outside playing. So let's go back. Stats. So 265. What do we got here? We could do this. Not the best build, but we could do this. Let's go into Art Seeker. Just don't get a hell. Just don't get a Fellhound, he says. Oh, man. Ooh, okay, we got Savage. Not bad. 265. We've got the boots that we can get speed on. Let's lock Mithrala because I think she needs to... I think I need to rebuild Mithrala too, don't I? I think I need to rebuild Mithrala. What are we looking at? So she's missing boots. So with the boots, that's not a horrible build. My wife actually wants to get a pit bull. My wife wants to get a pit bull. My daughter wants to get a... what's it called? Doberman. I was like, I don't know about that. Even though Dobermans are pretty good with kids. And then my son wants to get a golden retriever, and I was like, I don't know about that. I don't want a dog that's going to be shedding everywhere because it's literally like 2 hours a week vacuuming the whole house on top of like the Roomba going to just make sure we clean up the dog hair we have now. And it's like literally I find dog hair everywhere. Everywhere. But I'm not opposed to the Doberman. I'm not opposed to the Doberman. I will say that. Let's take a quick peek here from Mithrala. What do we got for boots? Any primary stats, speed, and priority. Oh wow, never mind. 350, so let's go priority with substat accuracy. So 94 accuracy there. That's not bad. So we're gonna have at least, we got 347, 3.570k. Let's go equipped. This now massive. I think. Nope. Nope. So when I was younger, I always told myself I want a Saint Bernard. And then just because, to be honest, like the Beethoven movies, like I always like loved those movies, and I was like, oh, how cool would it be to have a Saint Bernard? Never really clicking to me like how big they get, right? And my friend had one. We went over their house and I looked at it and I was like, that is huge. That is huge. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna change my mind on that. I think we're gonna not go with the Saint Bernard. That thing is absolutely, yeah. Nope. I was like, no, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, indoor horses, yeah. Like a mini bear. They're beautiful, gorgeous dogs. I love them, but man, I'm just like, that's huge. That's huge. And that's coming from, like, my in-laws used to have a German Shepherd and was like 130 pounds. That thing was massive. Massive. Like, I remember meeting him the first time and I walked in the house and he just growled his teeth at me, just like, hi, I see you. I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna just stand out here. And not come inside the house. And then once he got to know me, I was just like, okay, cool. We can be friends now. Big dogs don't live very long, yeah. I've always been a fan. My uncle had a Great Dane. I love that dog. Love that dog. I was like 3 years old and I was like, horsey, that's a horsey. My uncle's like, no, it's a dog. I was like, no, it's a horsey. Look at it, it's big. He's like, no, it's a dog. Try telling a 3-year-old that. Oh. Oh, slobber factory. See, and I live in New England, so it's not like I can have a dog and where you're in a warmer climate and you can let it just go outside in the backyard anytime you want. I need to have a dog stream once. So yesterday, we had this really bad rainstorm, right? Thunderstorm. And my dog now is 11, 12, I think. No, she was 3 when we got her. My son is gonna be 9, so she's 12 years old. Acts like she's like 2, but I was sitting in here during the podcast and we could hear the thunderstorms outside. All of a sudden she knocks open my door and I tell my kids, I'm like, listen, while I'm doing the podcast, I can't have you guys running around in here and being loud and stuff. All of a sudden my door opens up and it's not my kids, it's the dog. She comes in and she just like lays right next to me while she's waiting, you know, because she was scared from the thunderstorm. But let's see. Why didn't that go through? I'm trying to see here. It's funny too because when we first got her, she would literally clear like a 4-foot fence. She would run from one side of the yard to the other one, and she would just hop the fence. But this is her. This is her. She is 12 years old, acts like she's 2. And yeah. She's good with the kids. You know, she's very protective. Actually, when we are in the backyard with the pool, she when we let her in and the kids go in and jump and they'll be like, ah, and they'll jump right in, she'll start barking, and as soon as they go close to the end, she'll like try to like grab onto their bathing suits and stuff to pull them out, thinking like they're drowning and stuff. So I tend not to let her go in the backyard a lot by the pool, but let her pull some showers for me. I don't know if she's gonna do that. All right, let's go Royal Guard. Do we want to go with Royal Guard? Let's think. Or do I want to do Augmentum? We could do Augmentum. Have him go first. Right? He's fully booked. That would give us a speed lead aura as well. Let's go Cruelty. We haven't built with. Too freaking slow. Momentum. Let's go optimize survival stats. We get 270 speed with 350 accuracy. And ideally, I want to start ripping gear off of people. That allows a little bit of room for growth. We've got everything mostly. Okay. All right, so let's go take a look at this. So take that out. Where's Augmentum? Where the hell did he go? There he is. All right, so we've got that. Walking Tomb Drang next. And then Cold Heart last. We need more rare champions like Cold Heart. We need more champions. Way more champions like Cold Heart. Okay, number 1. Instantly activates, yep. Number 1. Number 1. Heartseeker. Save. Everyone's saying the Epic's better than the Fusion. An Epic, well, technically you got White Dryad Nia. Okay. Nope. That's not gonna work. Yeah. I mean, the team itself worked for hard mode, but 53.5 defense HP. All right. What if we take out Cold Heart? And then this Cold Heart does a little too much damage. And we could build... Let's do this. Let's run it without Cold Heart real quick. So we get the Hex out. Grand goes out. Boom. Sacia just smacks too freaking hard, man. Come on. And I don't even have you built for damage. I don't even have you built for damage, bro. What's going on, Keith? Wait, I'm a noob. I'm a noob here. I think I just... Am I using... No. Okay, so I'm supposed to use the A2 here. That thing just smacks too freaking hard. Too freaking hard. Make it trend to Alright, what if I slow down Augmentum? And then... we go Walking Tomb Drang, Artak, Explode, Explode. Then we do Augmentum, and then Cold Heart to finish everything off. We could be doing that as well. So we would need to bring Augmentum at like 200, or I can make Sacia a lot faster. Why do you have to smack so hard? We don't even have... We've got like 20 crit rate. 20 crit rate. Damn it. You're killing me. So let's take a quick peek here. Let me see if I can increase the speed from Sacia. Up to what, 260 recently used. So we've got him at 262. The highest she can go is 261 or 262 because... Okay, so he does have the higher base speed, so even with that, we're still good. Let's go primary, accuracy, substat speed. For the first time streamer, Raid Shadow Legends and Marvel Strike Force sponsor. Is it good out? So actually Marvel Strike Force is the next sponsor I'm going to be doing. I mean, it really depends on the game itself. Like I've played it because I know Jay did it a while back and it was an okay game. I was happy with it. Like, it really just depends on what is he looking to play it long term, or what is he just wanting to do it for the sponsor? And does he have a Raid Shadow Legends sponsor, or does he already do Raid Shadow Legends content and is just thinking about picking up the sponsorship? For the qualifications, if I'm not mistaken, let me take a peek here. The qualifications, at least for my sponsorship, Raid is easier to complete as a sponsor, as opposed to Marvel Strike Force. But it also, you know, one of the big things is when I do sponsors, I do always like giveaways and stuff like that to, you know, have people do them. Helps me out, helps them out in some sort of way. But it's more of like, what does he like to play? Like, as much as I would love to say I would play like Genshin Impact, I wouldn't do it because of the graphics. Like, even though it might be a good game, just the cartoony animation of the graphics won't get me. Not sure what that's a good question. Yeah, so Wake and Bake, if you, I mean, he's looking for, I mean, he can always feel free to reach out to me in Discord and stuff like that, like if he wants advice on like the sponsors and how to kind of go about doing them. But transparency needs to be the biggest thing, right? So the biggest, like I said, I always tell everybody it's a sponsor. I'm not for sure gonna play this game long term, but it's a sponsor. It helps out the channel. It helps me do stuff for people's accounts. It helps me give people stuff out, and being transparent with whoever, you know, your community is the biggest thing for it, right? I don't want to shill a game and say, yeah, I'm excited for this and that, and I'm gonna do this, and because it just doesn't create a good atmosphere, right? That's one of the things. Like, when I started taking on sponsors, I made the video on the channel and I said, listen guys, I'm going to do sponsors to help out the channel, to help, you know, do some things. And the biggest thing is always like, you do a sponsor, you get rewarded with something, right? You get rewarded with, whether it's the gem pack, whether it's an account takeover, like the guy that we're taking over the account right now. He did the last 4 sponsors and now he's like, okay, I'm ready for an account takeover. Like, you know, he gets what he gets. So I think transparency in what everybody is going to do, and people are more likely to do the sponsor if you're just upfront with them and saying, listen, I may not play it, I might like it, I don't know, but I'm letting you know it's probably not something that I'm going to do long term or start streaming about and stuff like that, right? So at least that's the way I feel. I like being transparent about this kind of stuff because I don't like being a shill. Like what was it? There was a game that reached out to me, said, hey, you know, you want to do some videos on us and all this stuff, but we'll require a contract for I think like the next 2-3 months for you to do so many videos. And I said, well, as much as I would love to do that, I don't think I could, because I don't know if I'm gonna like the game or not, right? And I don't want to push it on the audience. I don't want to push it on the viewers or on anybody else. If I like it, I like it. That's why before I even take any sponsor on, like I test the game on, I try it on, and you know, try to see what it is. But like I said, I would just, being transparent with everybody is the best thing you can do about the sponsorship. It helps you, it helps them, and people are more likely to do the sponsor because you're transparent, because you're not trying to shill the game, right? Like a lot of the bigger creators, and nothing against them, because this is like their job, this is what they do, right? They need to make money, and I understand that. But you'll see them, when Dragonair came out, Dragonair was paying the content creators like anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 to do like 12 videos in a 3-month span for him, or something like that. If I get, it's a good amount of money. It's a good sum of money. Like, play, you know, where are you gonna make that kind of money playing a video game? The thing is like, does it hurt the overall base that you have as a community? If people don't like the game, they're not going to tune in to watch you. They're not going to, you know, they're not going to want to do it. And then it's basically, okay, now once you've done that game, feel bad like telling people, yeah, I'm going to play this game. You might have some monetization behind it, and if they spend anything and you all of a sudden drop the game, you're just like, you know. But again, it really depends on the individual. Like, that, I guess that's it. Like, if you're willing to try out games and you like them, it's good. Sponsors are good. They can help out a lot. But I don't know, like we currently have the Royal Match sponsor, which I believe ends today. But for anybody that gets up to like level 125, I'm giving away the monthly gem pack, and anybody that gets to level 200 gets a account takeover in any area of the game that they need. So, right, so it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to get Cecilia on. I know I rambled on long enough. Sorry, guys. No. I don't think we're going to be able to get him faster without sacrificing something here. So here. What if I just... I guess we'll bring Momentum down, because it's probably easier to bring his speed down. So if we took... primary stat, accuracy, equipped. I get something that has no speed. That boy, what's going on? How you doing, brother? So if you get to level 125, it's the monthly gem pack, and then level 200 is the account takeover. Honestly though, today is like the last day of the sponsor, so you probably won't get to 200. 125 might be manageable, but we will have another one starting, I think, tomorrow, so you're probably better off going for that one. Yeah, I kind of screwed up on this one, because I was supposed to start streaming it Monday. I just had so many things going on. Holy smokes! FinalKenpachi with the rate of 74. What's going on, brother? How are you? Shout out to Mr. FinalKenpachi. Mr. Streamer of the Year right there. How are you? How is stream? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Doing good, brother. Doing good. Doing good. What'd you guys do on stream today, Ken? Did you get to share your leaks today? Did you share your leak, Ken? The Shamel leak. Yep. Are you gonna go for that? You're not gonna be able to be shameless anymore. You're not gonna be able to be shameless. It's only taken you how many years? You don't need them anymore. You don't need them anymore, huh? $30 voids is too much. 30 voids is too much, he says. That's I mean, what would be better for it? What would be a better amount of voids? What would be a better amount of voids for you to support them? All right, so we're gonna have to bring Cold Heart's damage down, Cold Heart speed down. Gonna have to bring, because she's gonna have to be the last one to go. He won't be able to say that anymore. He won't be able to say that anymore. He had the opportunity. He had the opportunity. He had the opportunity and he said no. So when he comes up and he starts complaining again that he's still shameless, I'm going to remind him of this conversation. All right. We got a level 50 Cold Heart. So I got to bring her down to 250. Got to bring her down to 250, 251. That's not right. That's right. That's the way for next Narcissus. Being useless, are you hinting at something here? Are we is there something I should know? Cause you know, another Narcissus could be something I might consider spending on. And you know, I do like some leaks, which is why I always tune in to watch Ken, because he always likes to leak stuff. What do we know here? What do we know here? What do we know here? Let's wait to wait for the next Narcissus. All right, let's try this again now. Momentum goes first. Time to call my accountant. God damn you, Cecilia. Stop nuking this shit up. Seriously. What's going on, Noble? How you doing, brother? Max has cashed in his account takeover parts. So we're just doing that. Seriously, Cecilia, you need to like stop nuking as hard as you are. Alright, Momentum is gonna have to go after Cecilia. So he's gotta be 251? 252. Yeah, so he's gotta have to be like 251. Uh, 251. So we gotta bring him down 20 speed. I think if I just replace his shield with something that doesn't have... that's what I... Seriously, she's... the build is not even that great on her. But she's just nuking all the spiderlings. What do we got her at? We got her... not even 100% crit rate. Not even 100% crit rate. Right? Just pure EHP on her end. And this is what we got her built with. So we can use her in like lower end, what's it called, stuff. Why am I forgetting? Hydra. But she's just like killing everything. That's 10 hard, yep. That's 10 hard. She's just destroying everything. I'm guessing it's probably the Hex, because we have Hex out there, so that's probably what's killing everything. So if we do... $253. So try that. But then she needs to be faster. So she's got 97 base speed. He's got 98. So he's going to be faster, especially because he's in the lead. It's 4, 3, 3, 4. 17. Let's see, priority.
Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Yeah, I'm Deadpool's roommate. Blind Al. I can't.
Okay. Have any of you guys watched the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie yet? I'm getting ready. I promised my friend I wasn't going to go see it until he was ready. I'll be coming. I got to wait a whole month to go see it because he won't be back till like September 10th from Netherlands. We don't want drinks. Okay. So that brings us up to 259. This should work now. It's okay. It's okay, Nobo says. All right, there we go. Boom, 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 and why this should work. The cameos. What's the fastest way to get purple shards and to ascend champions? Okay, so the fastest way to get purple shards, actually this popped out at perfect timing. Right here, right? Just buy them out of the shop. No, so the drop rate on Clan Boss is pretty low. There's not... Most of the events won't even give you voids. You usually get like ancients, right? So, but there are certain places where you can get them. So the clan shop, once in a while, will have them over here. So getting yourself into like a high ranking, you know, clan, I think it's, what is it, 18 or 15? So you can get it in there. Usually it's random. If you can get yourself into Silver Tag Arena, you can, which is just being in like Silver 1, you can always grab it out of here as well too. Doom Tower, normal and hard, carry a couple. So, oh shit, I haven't even done hard. Whoops, that's 2 sacreds I gotta get. But normal has a couple in here. You got one here at floor 70. And then one at the top here. You're trying to level... Okay. So, you're doing the sponsorship for raid and you're trying to get... Are you trying to get the 2 purple shards? Is that it? If you're doing that, campaign. Hard, once you beat it, will give you 2 brimstones. Have you used the promo code yet for Ninja? Or no? How long have you been playing the account? Okay, how long have you been playing the account? Has it been less than, I think, 72 hours? You just made it, you're level 16? Okay, there are 2 different promo codes you can use. There are 2 different promo codes you can use. There is one... that is Ninja Returns is one of them. And then I think it depends. So if you're going to play long term, Ninja Returns is the best one to go for. If you're not, if you're looking to just blow right through the campaign, if you're just trying to get the sponsor done, your best one's going to be Monkey King because you get Sun Wukong. And once you build him with the lifesteal, he's going to be able to pretty much fast clear everything to brutal campaign. Let me see here. Where's the ninja stuff? Yeah, so here's the promo code. Ninja Returns, and you get yourself Ninja. Or Monkey King, and you get yourself the Sun Wukong. That's going to help you a lot more. You're doing the sponsor too, Grim? What are the qualifications for you? What are you giving away, brother? What are you doing? Just anybody who does it gets account help, or? So if you're short term, then I would go with the Monkey King. Ascend him to level 3 so you get the revive, and then you're good. Then you're good. You can focusing on some of the missions early on. Oh, I don't have them anymore. But focusing on some of like the Arbiter missions and stuff like that, those have some Void Shards and Ancients. So there's a promo code Monkey King that gets you Sun Wukong. I believe it's still active. It might not be active now because they have Ninja out, but so the promo code tab, what you're going to do is you're going to come right in here, and where it says promo codes, right? Just put in Monkey King. Yeah, it's only valid for brand new players, and I think you've had to have the account for like 48 or 72 hours. All right, let's get back into this. Why? So this should work, but we're just killing all the spiderlings too fast. Hey, Simba. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate you. All right. A2. Oh, we get the decreased defense on. That's what kills it. Okay. Hex goes out. HP. Artec goes. Then she goes. Oh, if she doesn't place it, she doesn't get to go again. Why do we have that little bit of sliver? All right, so I tried it like a week and a half ago when I was doing some referral accounts for somebody, and it still did. So the thing is, they don't advertise those promo codes, so we're never 100% sure. So yeah, no GNUT promo code, right? What the hell, Plarium? No, this account doesn't have a GNUT. No. I wish he had a GNUT. GNUT would just solve the problem right there. So I do kill all the spiderlings if I'm not, I think, right? I have been killing all the spiderlings when Cold Heart goes. You got 1, 2. Yeah, and so we leave 1 alive. Are you shitting me right now? So we're killing all the spiderlings. Just all right, let's go back to what he's got for enemy max HP hitters. No, because Cold Heart is the one that kills everything. No? So to ascend a champion, you need to go farm out. So if you got Wukong, and then farm out the Spirit Keep and get yourself like the potions you need, and then you got to come into the tavern, pick the champion, and then if you come under here under Ascensions, as long as you have the pots, you can ascend to whatever level you need. Venomage, so if I... Okay, so we gotta... Let me... I guess... So Cold Heart needs to go before the Hex Champ. I wonder if you could do a series on dungeons explaining the tactics needed for each one. Hard and normal. Yeah, so that's actually been on my agenda for a while now. It's I can definitely start adding on to that. I've got like 10 videos loaded for me to edit. I just need to edit. I just need to edit them. That's the thing. And I don't want to just throw them up there without being like nicely done. But yeah, we can definitely do this. All right, let's see what Grim is showing us here. Also, make sure that if you guys already haven't, you go give Mr. Grim Reaper a follow on the YouTubes. Right? Help him get to that tier 3 content creator. Don't do what I'm doing and just skipping over. I guess I should listen to what you say, right? Let me turn off the music.
We're on Felix account. We're currently working with Felix to rebuild this whole account, and we're just in here to show off the...
Yeah, but you're using poison in this one, brother, not HP burn.
But I think it was a really cool team, so I think I want to share it with you guys and share it with my community, just in case you guys have this option. It's quite a fast team, and it's a free-to-play team, quite accessible for you guys. So it was something a bit different, and yeah, so big shout out to Felix. Thank you for allowing me to borrow your account for this, and I'll show you what's going on in today's video. So we're gonna go ahead and just take a look. This is gonna be a Spider 10, really fast team. It's around about 30 seconds. I'm really impressed with how fast
Only for bots, yep.
These are the 5 champions. We have pretty much like 3 poisoners. Well, they all got poisons really, but the main thing is they've all got some bits and bobs going on. So We've got the weekend out there as well, the single weekend. The spider's going to take a turn. And like, it surprised me in how effective this team was. And at first I was like, it didn't look that good. But yeah, really surprisingly, it's actually a really, really strong team. So basically, it's like some type of poison explosion team kind of thing. And just basically like 32 seconds, 10 turns as well, which is really, really impressive. Not as strong as
All right.
Bounce as well, feel it. So we've got Spider 10.
Don't do what I'm doing. Don't skip to it.
We're going to open with the A2 and the so we open with A2 and then the A3 on the second turn. Taurus is going to open on the A1.
Okay, so the Hex goes last.
And then use this on the second turn. And then he's going to open on the A1 and then use his second ability on the second turn. Same from Kale. He's just going to do his thing overall.
Yeah.
And Cold Heart to also do her thing here as well. So you can see as well, like from here, the speed not.
Wait, so you do have Cold Heart going last after the Hex. All right. I guess we're just gonna take Cecilia out then. Let's put on some boots on her. So primary, speed, substat, accuracy, and perception. $271, $375. That's enough to land everything else. So we got Mithrala. So if we open up with Mithrala, no. What if I just take out? No, you need Cold Heart. Because we need Walking Tomb Jangles first. Yeah, that's what I run. Well, except Ignatius. I run Mordecai on mine. Unless I have her try to place it, but then I have her place it. What do we have for poison exploders? 'Cause I think that's also the other thing, right? Because on yours, did you have a poison exploder? Let me see here. No, you didn't. No, you did. You had Dark Kale, right? No, you had Akmetem. Yeah. So it's basically the same thing you do, right? You're running Artak. I've got Artak. You're running Ignatius. I've got Drang. Cecilia explodes. Does he have anybody else that activates? Positive. Oh no. Negative effects. He does have Dark Kale. Yeah. Get up. There we go. So he does have Dark Kale. So if we have Cold Heart go first, let's go back to the other Cold Heart build. Actually, what we're going to do is, first thing, is we're going to save this because we'll probably need it for another Cold Heart. Okay. All right, let's go back into champions. Cold Heart. Stats. Optimize. Give me 30 seconds, guys. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. All right, let's go back to this one. I gotta do a gear cleanse on this account. He's like, damn, bro, that was fast. That's what she said. Oops. All right. Well, let's try this again now. So Cold Heart goes first. Yeah, this is taking too long. I mean, he had a 6-second team, so maybe if I just replace the Cold Heart with I think that's what we're gonna have to do, because does he actually, I don't think he needs accuracy. I think we can use him. Yeah, because we can use him without accuracy. Keep him at a 5-star as long as he's above. Nah. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit instantly activates 2 poisons or 1 poison debuff and 1 HP burn. So if we have Hex out, he's gonna cause the damage on everybody. Right? So I don't have to build accuracy in it because the A1 doesn't need the accuracy to do the poison explosion. But he's not going to have any poisons out. Yeah, Venomage. We do have her. All right. So we need Venomage to go before Augmentum. So she's gonna have to be... Momentum is at 253, so Venomage. Optimize survival stats. 255 with 350 accuracy. Sets, ideally, I want to do regen. That way we can use it for some other stuff. Let's see. Does he have it? Does. Ooh. And then we'll lock her build in. Of course. Of course, we have no silver. Max, I'm gonna hurt you. Low. No. Yes. No. All right. So let's take out Cold Heart. And then Venomage. Where is she? Plarium, I need a search filter here. Let's go. Get on this. Get on this, Plarium. Still not one-shotting her.
Achieve perfect eyesight with these brilliant glasses. Millions of people in the world wear glasses.
I think I just need another poison explosion. All right. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. We land, explode. So she goes first, but the poisons will only land on the spider. That's the team we were basically just running. Literally. So it wants Cold Heart going first. I don't see it. Whoop. So What are we doing wrong? What am I doing wrong here? Cold Heart goes first. So Royal Guard? I guess we're going to be building Royal Guard to see, because awesome. Awesome. I'm hoping I pull a Rotos on that account. All right. Let's go Royal Guard. Make sure we pull them out. So I need to, you know, increase the plusness of the Rotos. What do we got here? Defense that can roll. There's no attack on that, so we can get rid of that. I mean, I guess if I pulled in Armands there, that wouldn't be bad, because that would give the main account a +2 Armands. HP, yeah, we can roll something there. Yeah, we can roll something there. What do we got here? Defense HP. 3 rolls that are going to be bad. We don't want to do that. Defense HP 2. 4, that's too low. Six. Kind of a high. Let's see. Six, we can keep that. 6. Let's go. Yeah, select all unless it's no speed on that. No speed on that. That's got a pretty decent speed roll. Wool Massel would be nice. Wall master would be nice. Guess it doesn't really matter. So we're gonna make this that build. Good. All right, let's take out Augmentum. Put him in. Where is he? Royal Guard, we want this one. Old Heart, we want this one. Okay. Let's see. What happened is there was a lot of bad ones. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. I guess this works. This works. This works. Just that little bit more. Just that little bit more. Yeah, because she's heading for max. How much is he hitting for? Yeah, he's hitting for max too. Is there anything else? No. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. I can let it farm, get him some silver. I just don't understand why the Augmentum one didn't work, but it should have. It should have. Actually, on the higher end. Well, so it's a 6-star brimstone. So he's gonna land it 100% of the time because it's irresistible. It doesn't require accuracy. So that's the good part on that. Right? So that's why that works. Ooh, she didn't. He didn't hit that hard there. No. Oh. Let's... Where's Spider? Let's go ignore defense a little bit here. That should help it. Nope. Just doesn't like me. Just doesn't like me. Well, until we get a G-Nut, that's gonna have to be his team. Alright. So I can fix that to farm. Then we've got those two teams. I guess the next thing I gotta work on now is going to be... What is it actually? What's next on the fusion for dungeons? Yeah, it lands... It just literally gets it to that little bit shriver with Royal Guard, so she ended up 1408. Right there, and he heals back up. Unless I speed up Sissia, have her go right after Drang, and bring Coldheart a little. You know what? Let's try that real quick. We have... Let's give that a try. Ice Golem's the next one. Alright, great. I gotta work on that one tonight. Let's try that real quick. Let's see if... And do we... I think he's got plenty of clan gold. We can buy some stuff out of there. Yep. 14,000 clan gold. Alright. Where's that cold heart? I want to see if I decrease hers. Okay, so she's still gonna... Oh, no. It's gonna take shit from Royal Guard. Nope. Delete that. We don't want that. Never mind. Never mind. That's not gonna help. Whatever. We'll leave it at that. He's doing good. It's fine. I don't think he's gonna complain for having that kind of a team. Okay, so Ice Golem, I need to work on that one. I guess I'll work on that one when I get out of work tonight. Let's see here. I have to stream the sponsor for a little bit, so we gotta switch that up. So let me check here. We'll leave this guy onto the side. Go start that up. Let's go view. All right. Go apps. Yeah, no one cares. I don't care. Why is this so magnified? All right. No. All right. Let's go. Need this. Do it later. Royal match. So this is supposed to be, I guess, kind of like Candy Crush. But let me just switch over. Two things here. Let's go there. Back there now. Update. There we go. And then gotta switch over one more thing. All right. Clovers and fun. Ooh. There we go. Oh. Can we get... This is a super easy. Okay, just go. Interesting. Hey, we beat the first level. We beat the first level. Build a castle. Build a fountain. What am I, a contractor now? Come on. Let's go this way. Only 199 more to go. That's right. You know, what's actually funny is, so my wife plays Candy Crush and she's on like some... I don't even know, dude. Like, she is on some different level on there. Like, I look at the shit that she has to do on her thing and I'm just like, damn. Damn. How high can you go in Candy Crush? What's the highest level? Highest level in Candy Crush. 9,000. Wow. I wonder how many people have reached that. 9,000. Can you guys imagine if Raid had 9,000 levels for dungeons? Imagine the difficulty that it would be. We wouldn't be whining about... Oh man. Let's go. And lots of people read it, but they cheated their way to the top. I don't know. I don't think I could ever... Like, I like games like... You know when I really like games like this? I like games like this when I'm just sitting on the couch, just kind of like in that kind of blasey, like, type moment. It's like I want to do something, but I want to be mindless about it, and like just kind of... That's when I kind of like games like this, because I do have a couple of them on my phone. I don't have Candy Crush. I'll say that. I don't have Candy Crush. But I do have... What is it? I do have... Let's see other games. Toon Blast. Toon Blast and Toy Blast. All right, we get intriguing now. Now we got to get rid of 49 of these. Let's go. Away. Okay. Down. Come on, give me something here. Really? I guess that works. There we go. There we go. Only another, how many levels? 195 to go. 195 to go. Yeah, I don't know why people... Honestly, I feel... Even when I was younger, when, you know... Do you guys remember cheatcodes.com? Back for anybody that used to play Sega and PlayStation back in the day and Nintendo. That was like the website that everybody would go to get like the hacks and stuff like that. So I wouldn't touch that website until like I actually beat the game. Once I beat the game, then I was like, all right, cool. It's fun to see like what you could do when you unlock everything. But we used to have, was it on the, I think it was on the PlayStation. Like you could buy this thing and plug it in the back. That would unlock like all the cheat codes and stuff like that. God, PlayStation. How many of you guys actually played like PlayStation 1? PlayStation 1. That was so long ago. Boom. Grand Theft Auto. That's Gran Turismo and Madden. I never got into the Madden. Actually, I don't know if you guys know what AJ Wright is, but a friend of mine we used to we used to work at AJ Wright. I was the front end service manager. He was the cashier lead. And so in the break room, we had a TV, right? And so we would make sure that the breaks aligned, and we would we got the Sega, and we would connect it into the break room, and we'd sit there during our lunch and play like Mortal Kombat. Boss would come in and be like, "What are you guys doing? Like, it's our time. Go away. Let us play our video games. Let us play our video games." T, did you play no, not T, sorry. Grand Theft Auto Being Useless. Did you play like the original like 2D version in PlayStation? Or did you play like the newer stuff? No. I remember getting my first copy of Grand Theft Auto, and looking at it now, I'm just like, geez, the graphics back in the day were just horrible. Never got into Grand Theft Auto. No, I misclicked. Damn it. There was another game I played on oh, here's an old one. I really liked playing Def Jam Vendetta. I thought that was one of the most funnest games I could play. That was the most fun games that I ever played. I used to want to create my my guy like Snoop Dogg. It was
Gotten pretty good at what they do, but they can't give an item a human touch. On Etsy,
it was fun. It was fun. No, so the only GTA I ever really played was like the very first one. And that was about as far as I went. After that, I got into like Kingdom Hearts. And then what was the other one? There was another one I got into Vandal Hearts? I think it is. Is that the right? Yeah, Vandal Hearts. I actually still have that copy of that game. That's the kind of graphics we're talking about, guys. That's the kind of graphics. That's the kind of graphics. Back in the day. What's amazing is, you know, so we have the Sega in the other room because, again, my wife likes to play Sonic. And like my son will pick it up and will be like, "Dad, let's play some Mortal Kombat." I'm like, "How do you like want to watch these graphics?" He's like, "I don't care. It's a fun game." I'm like, "Okay, all right." I'm like, I at this point they kind of give me a headache, but he's just like, "Yeah, let's go. Old school Mortal Kombat, 2D, not being able to do anything." I never got into Street Fighter. That was another one I never really cared. Never either. Final Fantasy was one that everybody was like, "Dude, you gotta try, you gotta try." Another one of those ones that I never could get into. Um, I have not touched a single Mortal Kombat game other than, you know, the original on Sega for the longest time. Did any of you guys have a Sega Genesis from back in the day? Nope. Trying to remember. Killer Instinct, was that a... I think that was a Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo 64. Killer Instinct, and it was on Game Boy too. That was another one I played. And this one, I remember I got this one. I got the gold version. And it came with like the soundtrack and stuff with it. Vector. Oh, my son loves Vector Man. My son loves. He's like, Dad, look at how good I am at this. But I remember playing this originally. Like it was, I had fun. Vector Man. Man. That game is... He actually plays it. He came up and he's like, Dad, look at this. I got like a 5,000 score. He's like, I bet you can't beat it. I said, I bet I could. And I started playing and he's like, whoa. I was like, dude, I played these games before you were even a thought. I mean, how could you not forget? How could you forget like the green balls that you... And the sound was just like, boom, boom, like so... Oh... Earthworm Jim. I think that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. Earthworm Jim. Oh, okay. I watched the cartoon, but I never got too far into it. Space Invader. What's another one that I used to play is Double Dragons on my original Sega. That was another one that was a fun one to play. Let's see. What else? I had Midnight Club Dub Edition. I used to play on Sega Dreamcast. And Sega Dreamcast actually was, to be honest, Sega Dreamcast was my favorite console because you could play bootleg games. That's when everything came on. That's when everything came on and you could start playing bootleg games. Because, you know, being like 13, 14 years old, I was like, well, why am I gonna spend money on the games where I could just, you know... Now I know that that's bad, but at 13 was like, yeah. Things back in the day were so much more different. It's fun. So I live in like a I live in a city, but the city, you know, where I live, it's a little more suburban, like, right? So the neighborhood is full of kids. Thing is, I never see the kids go outside anymore. And my kids are like, when my kids come up to me like, Dad, can I go outside? I'm like, yeah, sure, that's fine. Go ahead. One of my neighbors was looking at me like I'm crazy letting my kid go outside. I'm like, what's the problem? They're like, well, aren't you worried they're gonna get hurt? And I'm like, do you realize when you were a kid, your parents said, get the hell out of the house and don't come back? I'm like, we're keeping our kids in right now playing video games all day. Agreed. Sega Dreamcast was very underrated. I thought that if they had stayed with that, it would have been good. It was one of my, like I said, one of my favorite consoles. Then you had, on the N64, you had, what was it? Pokemon Stadium that came out. That was a big craze. Right? That was a big craze. All right, let's see who remembers this game, Duck Hunt. Any of you guys remember playing that old school game on Nintendo, where it was like the original first person shooter game where you had to sit there and shoot the ducks while they were flying, and the sensor on your gun never really worked? Used to play that game for hours. Hours. You still have it? We used to sit, like my mother, my stepfather, brother, sister, we would all sit together and we would like play that game. And it'd be cool too, because you would hold it like away, like you would think like you were cool and stuff. Oh man. Where are those games now? Where are those games now? Simple Joy. I mean, I don't think games like that now would have a very long lifespan, but nostalgia. I was watching, what was it? It was, yeah, most of them you can get in emulators now, but what was it? I was watching the pawn shop one out in LA, that show. What the hell is it called? It's shit, I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called, but they had somebody showed up with like an original Mario Brothers game in the box, sealed, everything, and the guy was looking to sell it for $1 million. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're telling me if I didn't open my games when I was younger and I just kept them like that, they'd be worth like $1 million right now? Pawn Shop Kings, yeah, that's it. Always had to pull the curtains, playing Duck Hunt in the sunlight. Oh man. Another thing was, I don't know about you guys, but like my not my PlayStation, my Nintendo, it felt like you had to like work a trick on it to be able to like actually do something. Like it felt like it was like, all right, I got to blow in it 3 times. I got to turn the power button on and off like 10 times. Reset, plug it in, plug it out, and then it'll work on it. That was like half the fun, I feel like, doing that. It's like and your friends would try to play it and get it fixed, but it would just never work for them. Just never work for them. They'd sit there like, no, you're doing it wrong. You gotta blow in like 3 times into the game. Oh man. The original Nintendo was the I think Plarium might have learned all their RNG from that. Might have learned all their RNG from that, man. That's so true. That's so true. That's so true. I feel like that's probably where Plarium got it. 3% chance it would fail at any time. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Oh man, the good old days. Dude, I had, so in my English class, not my English class, my history class, my teacher in high school never really gave a shit. It was just like, whatever, you guys do whatever you want, I don't care. Everybody just gets like a passing grade, which there's a whole big thing with the school system, but that's a whole different subject. But this guy would literally let us do whatever we wanted in the back of the class. So we would sit there and we'd be trading Pokemon cards, right? I had all original 150, what was that, 152 Pokemon cards with like Mewtwo, Mew, like some of the original series. And when I moved out of my house, when I moved out of my parents' house, my mother gave them to my younger brother, who at the point was like 13, 14 years old. And he literally was just like, what am I doing with these? I don't want them. And just threw them out. Now I'm like, oh my God, if I had kept those cards, like, I feel like I was just like, oh, what the hell? That's why, like, now my wife's like, you collect too much shit. I'm like, no. She's like, you hoard a lot of the stuff. I'm like, no. I don't hoard it. I just collect it because someday it'll be valuable. She's like, no, it won't. I said, oh, yeah? It's being limited, man. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. How bad moves. It's just crazy. I've seen some guy selling, just, he's like, I don't know what they are. They were my son's Pokemon cards. There's like 3,000 cards. You could have them for $1,000. And I was like, wait, what? Random cards. So then my son started getting into Pokemon, and he's like, Dad, I want to get Pokemon cards. I want to get Pokemon cards. And I was like, all right, bro, you know, whatever. You want Pokemon cards? We'll get you Pokemon cards. And then he started looking on Amazon, and he's like, yeah, can I get this one? And I was looking at it. I was like, wait, what? You want to spend $600 buying Pokemon cards? I was like, no. That's a bad addiction. And then he looks at me and he's like, but Dad, don't you spend money on Raid? And I'm like, shut up. Shut up. Don't tell your mom we bought these. Little kids, man, they get you on everything. They get you on everything. I was like, how come I was not that smart when I was a kid? Like, when my mom would be like, no, you can't have this, and be like, well, you spend money on this. Why can't I spend money on that? Shoes? Don't get me started on shoes, bro. Don't get me started on shoes. So when I was younger, it was all about the Nike Cortezes. I had every single color they had. Every single color they had, I had. I don't care. After that, I got off the Nikes. I went to the Adidas, like the old school, 3-striped Adidas. Had those for a long time. Now, I'm into Pumas, right? Partially more because years ago when I used to go clubbing, I always liked those shoes. And yes, I used to go clubbing. Okay, let's get all the laughs out now. But I used to love the Pumas. So it's dangerous because when my wife buys shoes, she'll buy, whatever she likes. It's she'll buy shoes that she likes, and they'll be like $300-400 for a pair. And I tend not to go up buying shoes because I know I will get carried away, because I literally have a pair of Pumas that I bought, right? I bought 2 pairs of it because I like the color and I like the style. And I said, you know what? I'm going to wear one and then I'm just going to hold on to the other one. And they're still in a box, wrapped inside a bag, in a box, in the closet, never been touched. I've owned them for 5 years. My wife's looking at me. She's like, why did you buy them? I wanted them. I liked them. They were cool. She's like, but why would you buy 2 pairs of them? Why not? She's like, doesn't make sense. I said, well, neither does owning 150 pairs of, 6-inch stiletto heels. How many times are you going to wear each pair of shoes? She's like, fair point. I was like, good, leave me alone. But I think I have close to like 50 or 60 pairs of Pumas. Whatever edition you want, I've got. I go up to like the outlets, and it's so bad because without even thinking about it, I'll be like, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one. I go to the register and they're like, you good? Like, yeah. It's funny because my son, you know how little kids will be like, let me wear my mommy's stiletto heels, and my daughter will do that, and then my son will be like, oh, let me wear daddy's shoes. He tried to do it with my Pumas, and I was like, get out. Don't touch them. I was like, I will punish you. Take my shoes off. Let's go that way. Yeah, shoes are... We've got a wall upstairs in our master bedroom. It's 8 feet high by, I want to say 13 feet long. And the top 6 rows are my wife's shoes. I've got the bottom row. So I've got like 20 pairs of my shoes there, and I think she's got something at like 130 shoes in that closet. No. We, the thing is like, he will destroy the shoes. Like, how many of you guys remember going, like, back to school shopping and your parents would be like, all right, time to go to Payless, guys, let's go. You can't do that anymore because those kind of shoes just completely suck. And it's like, when we go back to school shopping, like, they'll go and they'll get like the good pair of shoes because at least with like Payless, you were buying them for like $5. So if they lasted you a couple of months, you were happy. These new ones don't last like weeks. So they usually, you know, my daughter likes Crocs. So no matter what, she will never buy anything that's not a Croc. My son's like, as long as it doesn't have shoelaces because I'm too lazy to tie them, I don't care. I don't care. He's like, I just don't want shoelaces. But my daughter, it'll be like snowing outside. I like, Margaret, you gotta put boots on. No, I don't want to. Margaret, we're gonna be walking to school. It's snowing outside. Like, you cannot, it's like raining. No, I don't want to. I'm like, I literally, like, the school is gonna call social services on me if I let you. I'm like, I can't. Like, you gotta. She's like, no, it's Crocs. I only want to wear Crocs. The gym teacher, I had to go in because, again, for gym, she needs to wear shoes. And the gym teacher's like, she needs to wear shoes. She can't wear Crocs. I was like, yeah? You try arguing that with her. You try arguing that with her. They're like, well, you know, she's gonna. I was like, I don't know what you want me to tell you, brother. Like, he's just like, she's got to come in wearing shoes or else she can't participate. She's going to fail gym. I was like, you're going to fail gym. You're going to let her fail gym because she can't wear Crocs. And she is so stubborn with that too. Don't get me wrong. I have a pair of Crocs too. And I love them. I love them. When we went to Disney like 3 years ago, my wife's like, I was planning on wearing my Pumas, and my wife's like, no, you're gonna want Crocs. Like, a lot of, my wife does, like, before we go on vacation on anything, she does like a whole thing, like making sure everything's down to the T, like wants all the details done. I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever, let's go, let's have fun. It's a little more exciting that way. But my wife is not like that whatsoever. And she bought us these pair of Crocs and was like, I wore them and now they're like my favorite. Now they're like my favorite. I wear them everywhere. I wonder if she would wear those. Is that like a separate attachment for the Croc? I wonder if she would wear those. I'm gonna show her. I'm gonna show her. I'm gonna show her these. Winter Crocs. I feel like winter Crocs defeat the purpose since they have holes everywhere. And it's like the worst thing you could wear. Like when it rains or snows. Yeah, I mean, she's like 7 years old. Eventually, he lost the fight because my daughter is stubborn like her mother and said, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. And then all of a sudden, like, all the kids in school started wearing the Crocs. So I feel like my daughter became a leader, I guess. But yeah, he lost that battle. He lost that battle. And the funny thing about Crocs is like when they were looking, I forget the movie that it was supposed to be in, but they oh, Rebel, you have no idea. She is she is the one that I'm not worried about because she's like her mother. right? She doesn't put up with shit. She's not gonna be peer pressured to do something. So when every dad is like, you get a 2-hour account, or you get an account takeover in any area of the game that you need. So if you need help in Hydra or Clan Boss or wherever it is, you get help in that area. But yeah, so the thing about that, they were looking for like the most ugliest shoes they could find, and they landed with Crocs. Next thing you know, they became a phenomenon. But with my daughter, when people are like, oh, you know, you're gonna be the dad that has the shotgun sitting in front with watching, you know, making sure the boys, I'm like, no. I would dare a boy to give my daughter any crap, because she will set them in their place. She will set them in their place. It's funny because she'll be invited to like a birthday party, and all the kids will be like, Margaret, come and play. Let's go. And she's like, nah, I don't feel like it. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna jump around on this trampoline. I'm just looking at her, I'm like, Margaret, go play. Like, kids are like, you got invited to the birthday party. You can't be rude to like the birthday girl. No, I'm good here. I'm like, damn. Well, to be honest, I mean, you've got how many dogs now? How many dogs do you got now? I think the last one you showed me, they were like, it was just insane. To touch up on your dog thing being useless, I showed my daughter the pictures in the video you had sent me. And my daughter's like, oh, can we have that many dogs? And I said, no. No. Not at all. You lost count? I can't. So, talking about yayas, man, I want to say my daughter's age. I was like 6 or 7, and we went to, because when I was that young, I lived in Greece, right, with my yaya and my Thea, and I remember we went to the beach, and she's like, George, don't go into the water too deep, okay? The current will take you out. And I'm like, yeah. And me being me, you know, I'm like 7 years old. I got my little, we call them like the little britsake on the arms, like the little bubbles and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, all of a sudden, yeah, yelling out. She looks up, looks in the water, sees me being taken right in, comes up, gets me out of the water, and then looks at me, says, are you okay? I said, yes. And then I looked at her, and I realized I was in trouble. I started running because I knew I was going to get my butt whooped, right? And without fail, I don't know, maybe it's just grandmother's aim or something. She takes out these they call them tsokara. They're like, let me see if I can find a picture of them. So they are, let's see here. No, that's not it. They're like 1.5 inch wooden, like, slippers. Right? And she took it off, through it, and it's like she literally, I feel like she was like a sniper or something in the military, because it hit me so hard, so quick. So it's kind of like this right here, except the soul is made out of wood. And yeah, I got my butt whooped. I told you not to go in that far, and you did. Why would you do that? Because I wanted to. Yeah, you want to? Here's what I want to do now. Now, here's a better picture of them. All wood. All solid wood. They hurt. They hurt like a son of a gun. And you think you'd learn your lesson. You'd think you'd learn a lesson, and it was like, no, you didn't learn anything. You weren't learning anything. It's funny because it's funny that you say that, Sus, because it literally is. It literally is. It's like they're an expert marksman. It's like you're an expert marksman for... And I feel like the older they got, the better they got at it. It wasn't like they were slow or anything, because I remember my... I do play Raid Shadow Legends Viking. We're just doing a sponsor today for about another 45 minutes, or is it 35 minutes or so? But yeah, it's like the older they got, the better they got with their aim. The better they got with their aim. It was like, I don't know. I feel like the military, like, just they could have just used sharpshooters as their grandmothers. They're just so good. Oh, I can't tell you how many wooden spoons I had broken over my rear end. I was the oldest, but being the oldest, the example was set with me. The example was set with me. It was definitely, yeah. We're gonna show your brother and sister, because I had two younger brothers and one sister. We're gonna show your brothers and sister what they're not supposed to do with you, so they don't repeat it again. I remember which promo code for Raid? Are you a new player or? I remember so my godmother was a college professor, right? She spoke 6 different languages. She was always school first, new player. So there's 2 promo codes. Ninja Returns, right? Is the one you want to use if you want Ninja, if you're going to be a long-term player. That's what you want to use, is Ninja Returns. If you're just doing a sponsorship for somebody or anything like that, you want to go with Monkey King, but Ninja Returns is the one you want. But you know, my godmother was like school first, school first, school first. Okay. One day I wanted to go out and play, and she wouldn't let me because my homework wasn't done. And I was like, well, what the heck? I really want to go outside and I play. I want to go play with my friends, you know, play soccer and stuff like that. So I got mad and I said, you know what? The heck with this. The next day I go into school and we had a test. So I failed it on purpose. Little did I know, I was in for the experience of my life, we'll call it that way. I failed the test on purpose, and the school teacher, again, we're talking, it was like 1991, right? Total different atmosphere. And the school teacher brings me up to the front of the class and says, what is this? I said, I don't know. He's like, what is this? I had failed the test. He's like, I know you know this stuff. I was like, he's like, what point are you trying to prove? I'm like, I'm not trying to prove any point. He's like, no, what are you doing? And I was just being a wise ass, right? Maybe partially that's where my daughter gets it from. And I didn't even see it coming, but I got slapped so hard that I was... The next thing I did was look at him and said, please don't call my grandmother. He's like, oh, that's already been done. And I was like, the whole time I am there, I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen when I go home? Oh my God, what's going to happen when I go home? Because whatever he could have done, my grandmother and my godmother would do worse. I get home and my grandmother's like, what happened in school today? I don't know, nothing. What happened in school today? She gave me chances. What promo code on the left? So if you go into here, promo codes, and put in Ninja Returns, you should be all set. I think it's where is it? Yeah, Ninja Returns. Are you playing on an iPhone? Because that iPhone is a little different. They won't let you on the Apple products anymore do this. Okay, so iPhones, you can't do it. iPhones, you have to do it through the website. Let me see here. Let me see here. That's not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. Where is the website to redeem? No, that's not it. Does anybody have the website where you can redeem the promo codes for Raid on an Apple device? I think there's see if we can help out this gentleman here. Raid Shadow Legends. I'm looking, it brings me to the official website. That's not what I'm looking for. Plarium.com. Ah, there we go. I crushed it's got it. So Viking, you would go to that website right there and put in your UMID number and then the promo code you need because you're playing on an Apple device, and you should be all set. Yeah, they changed it like I want to say it was like a year or so ago that they changed that, and you have to like go through you have to go through their website now because I don't know why with Apple. My mom used to smack me with a wooden spoon. Here, let me actually copy and paste that on YouTube so you could have it. There you go. Thank you, I crushed it. Appreciate it. Apple's being Apple, he said. I love Apple. I love Apple. But maybe that's just me. My mom used to smack me with a wooden spoon for cussing, and I broke the wooden spoon on my shoulder. Being a smartass, I said, "What are you gonna do now?" She came back at me with a spatula. Oh. I bet you regretted that real quick, huh? I bet you regretted that real quick. I hear you, man. I hear you. I love my iPhone too, but they are expensive. They are expensive. Although I carry AT&T, and I think I've been with them for like 13 years. Every so often I keep threatening that I'm gonna leave and go to a different carrier, and they'll find some way to keep me happy. But I don't know. I tried Android. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I tried, to be fair, I tried Android back when Samsung Galaxy 3 came out. And it was, I just couldn't do it. iPhone just has a simpler UI, made easy. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I tried. And it was like back in those days, like they would offer you the phones for free for signing up with like a contract. They were like, oh yeah, you know, sign for us for 3 years and you get this phone for free. And I had, who was it that I had gone? I think I had gone with my wife because my wife was an Apple person, and I was just like, I think prior to that, the Samsung Galaxy 3 was like my first smartphone. I think before that I had like a Blueberry. I don't know if you guys remember those. And she was like, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like the Samsung. I guarantee you're not gonna like the Samsung. I'm like, no, I'm good, you know. I think I had it for about 3 hours and then I was like, nope. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Can't do it. My favorite phones, yeah, BlackBerries. My favorite phone was actually the Nextels. Like, those were like the best ones to have. Also, were probably the most problematic ones to have, depending on the friends you had. Because you'd be BlackBerry, Blueberry, whatever. It was so long ago. Pogo Pink Tie. Shout out to Pogo Pink Tie, guys. Another Twitch streamer. How are you, brother? Crackberry. Pogo, did I tell you? I got put on a notice of suspension for 1 day for 5 days of booking off in the last calendar year, brother. So they were like, oh yeah, well, we disciplined you back on like the 7th of June. I was like, no, that never went anywhere. They're like, no, we have the warning letter right here. So check this out. We had, I don't know whether I can talk about it or not. It is what it is. But we had a center manager quit on us, right? And as a big screw you, he deleted everything off his computer that had to do with disciplinary actions for the drivers. And then because he was just like, no, he hates my division manager. So as a big screw you, he deleted everything. So they came up to me and they're like, oh yeah, you know, don't worry about the disciplinary thing, you know, failure to the previous managers, failure to the previous manager's management, you know, that's all gone away, So we're sitting in the meeting and they're like, oh no, we have the warning letter right here. I said, that's funny because I didn't get it. The union didn't get it. Nothing was ever done. Turns out that was one of the warning letters he deleted. And they recovered the laptop like last week. And so they were trying to play it off as like, I got it. I was like, no. I did not. Because I would have gotten it and I would have said, you guys can kiss my rear end because I had like 6 days still. And end result was they put me on a notice of termination or a notice of suspension. They wanted to suspend me for 1 day for taking off 5 days in the last calendar year. So that ended up being placed. I sat down with the lead steward the following Monday and we walked in the office and we're like, yeah, so we didn't receive this. The union didn't receive it. This is clear harassment. They're like, oh, no. We must have made a mistake or something. I'm like, no, this is clear harassment. And my center manager is basically looking at me like, listen, I'm only doing what I'm told. He's like, I can't, you know the situation we're in. He's like, I can't. He's like, I'll take this back and we'll just chalk it up to a verbal warning and let it go. I was like, yeah, not to seem that I was ungrateful or anything. I said, you know what? All right, I'll let it go because I know it's out of your hands. But I'm like, this is only gonna happen once in a while. Like I'm not gonna be that nice all the time. So yeah, they it's a good company to work for. They just like to come up with a lot of dumb shit sometimes. Nokia. You guys remember playing the Snake game on the Nokia phones? you would sit there and you would get the snake so long and then all of a sudden you'd die. You're like, ah. It was like the only game that we could play on a phone back in the day. God. The fun that we used to have when we were younger. The fun that we used to have when we were younger. But yeah, it was funny because when we were sitting in the meeting with the division manager, I said, oh, does that happen to be the warning letter that got deleted? And he looks at me and he's like, how did you know that? I was like, don't worry about how I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I'm making my job to be well notified of everything. And now we have raid. That's right. That's right. The simpler times, and now we have raid. Yeah, then you want to hear a real BS one? So, I don't know if it was like a bug bite, a sting bite, or something. I don't know what the hell it was, but I looked at my arm down here, and it was just like all red. Thank you very much for the gifted sub there, T-Bone. I appreciate you going to Pogo Pink Tie. It looked off, right? So I know that with the new contract, it's stupid. Like, you got to report almost every single thing. But I was like, nah, I don't know if I really need to report this or not. Let me reach out to my steward, and I'll have him, you know, make the decision for me if I need to report it or not. Because, you know, if you reported something that wasn't supposed to be reportable, then they do like falsifying records or whatever it is. So I said, you know, I'll wait for my steward. Now, my steward didn't reach back to me until he came into work later on that day, which was like 3 a.m. And he's like, yeah, I would go ahead and report it. Make sure that, you know, they know. I did say, Sus, thank you for the gifted sub to Pogo Pink Tie. So anyways, the Midnight put an eye on it, and they were like, yeah, we got you. You're good. You reported it to us. Just make sure you report it to package when you come in. I get the package, and they literally give me a warning letter for failure not to follow methods and procedures and not working as instructed, because I didn't report the OSHA 0 injury to them, and I reported it to the Midnight. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this place is like insane with... I feel like if a news agency ever got a hold of what actually happens inside of this place, oh, they would have a field day with it. They would have a field day with it. Sometimes I'm just like, why do you think that's gonna work? But, and it's funny too, because people will like, when you're sitting there and you're telling people some of these stories, people will look at you like, are you making up shit, bro? Like, seriously? Like, I'm sure some of you guys are like, there's no way that's happening. And it really does. It really does. Some of the things they come up with is just incredible. Incredible. So it's kind of... Wait, you just said you got out of a late day. So that's... You're 3 hours behind, so damn. You can't even... Well, it's... Actually, I would love to see... Would you guys... I would love to see a documentary, The Life of a employee at Plarium. I would love to see that. Like an undercover type thing. I would love to see something like that. It's seriously like, so my wife will sit there and tell people like, oh yeah, my husband got fired. And they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, why? He's going to get his job back in like 2 weeks. And you're just, they're like, just what? What are you talking about? They're like, yeah, it's just some bureaucracy bullshit games that they play. But yeah, it just, like, you sit there and you tell some of these people what actually happens and all this, and they're just like, what? Their test team. So I'm 16 years now. 16 years at UPS. And nothing shocks me anymore. Nothing shocks me anymore. It's, when people tell me, like, stuff that happens at their jobs, I was like, oh yeah, that's a common thing with us. And they're like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah. That's a common thing with us. So my anniversary date is May 21st. May 21st. It's actually funny. So the way it works with our I hear you. I hear you, Keith. You know, maybe we'll hypothesize on the day of a life and a Plarium employee on the next podcast. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks. Oh yeah, that's right, because we just got a raise August 1st. Damn. Yeah, I kind of lucked out because my birthday and my anniversary date for my retirement are like 2 months apart. So, and because our calendar year re-rolls over in May 1st, I'll be able to accrue all my vacations, take the last 6 weeks of the calendar year, first 6 weeks of the calendar year, go on vacation, or 7 weeks. Go on vacation for 3 months and then never come back. I could, you know, the more I'm thinking about it, I might even reach out to Jay Giggs and see if he wants to come in and we can do that. The day in life of a Plarium employee. The day in life of a Plarium employee. I've actually did reach out to like a couple of the community managers to say, hey, would love to have you on the podcast and stuff like that. But it's one of those like, Yeah, we gotta be careful, and we can't release too much. I was like, well, I guess. For a while, I wanted to do like a segment on like meet the community managers. I don't think that's gonna happen. Jesus, I've been playing this game for an hour and I'm only like level 25. There we go. We beat it. Only another 175 levels to go. Only another 175 levels to go. It will have the one. They'll have that employee that says buff the clan boss rewards. You'll never see him again the next day. What do you guys think a day of a Plarium employee is? You guys think it's like one of those kind of cool, chill places that you just kind of have some fun with, or you think there's a lot of stress on a day-to-day basis working there? Because like the community managers we have, like the YouTube coordinators, I do feel bad for them sometimes because, man, I love all the creators, but sometimes I feel like we whine way too much in there. And like, I forget that these people, Banana Jam, Ace, like they have no control over what goes on, right? All they can do is just sit here and tell us what they're allowed to. And sometimes I'm just like, I don't know if I would do that job. Like it sounds like a dream, like, right? Working for a video game company, doing this kind of stuff. It sounds like, you know, most people's dreams, most gamers' dreams. And it's like, I don't know if I could really do that. Like having a whole bunch of grown men and women complain about what's going on in the game. And it's like, guys, we have no control over this. Like literally anytime a new content comes out and it's not like tested, vetted properly, the first thing we always go is, do you guys even test the game? And it's like, I don't know. Like I always tell the YouTube coordinators, I'm like, that partially one of the main reasons why I keep my mouth shut in there is because I'm just like, I'm sorry, because you guys get so much grief from us. And they're, you know, they're good about it. Like they don't, like I remember telling Ace, I'm like, listen, I am so sorry. Like I get we whine a lot, especially me, like when shit's not right. Like I will sit there and I will write whole paragraphs and stuff like that and be like, you know, what are you doing? Like this is totally dumb. And forget that they're not the ones that are making that decision. It's someone else. I was like, listen, I'm sorry if I'm ever difficult or rude. Like, I love the game and I'm passionate about it. She's like, yeah, I'm not worried about it. They do. And to be fair, like, they're pretty good about not just giving us a not just giving us a what do they call it, like a not like a pre-generated response, but like a, just like you know, well we'll see what kind of response you get or whatever like that. I'm just like, yeah, some of the times. There we go. You know, that's a possibility. That's how they could get through their day sometimes. It is a possibility. That is a possibility. I mean, it's definitely something. I've always worked in like restaurants and hospitality. Like I said, I used to be a service manager for AJ Wright. So, you know, dealing with people was always something I'd have to do. And I'd like to think I'm pretty, I don't know, pretty easygoing. But man, sometimes I'm just like, just shut up. Why are you complaining? I think the guy who made Hydro Clash is probably very happy and got a promotion. Because how else does a company make money? By making your life stressful. I mean, we got an Armand situation going on here, and what do? We give a shard event for Armands. Exactly. 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 It's like being in restaurants is all about, and the thing is, sometimes you know the customer is not right, but you got to swallow your tongue and say they are. I think Sus hit that right on the nail. I think Sus hit that perfectly. Let's go shuffle. Let's see what happens when we shuffle. Anything good? Shuffle again. I think, I don't know what I would say the most stressful job at Plarium would be. I think maybe what would the most stressful job at Plarium be? Let's... He's just getting a high five, he says. Public relations officer? I don't know, because I feel like the response that you would get from that would be... I don't think I'm advertising takeovers anymore, am I? Oh, I didn't switch it over on YouTube. Oh, yes. That's got to be it. The guy responding to the YouTube comments. Sorry, I thought I switched it over on the YouTube side. My bad, Bob. Shout out to Bob, guys. Does a lot for the channel, a lot for me. Let's see here. Community service. You know, maybe we could ask Carnage next time he streams if he can give us a little bit of a hint on what the most stressful job at Plarium is. There's nothing that angry Aussie would not know. Yes, Carnage with a dot. He was pretty smart about that too. When he designed and he put that whole thing together. He's like, yeah, you could go ahead and you could promote the YouTube channel all you want, but it's yeah, it's not gonna go anywhere if they don't put the dot there. You've got to put the dot on. It's ooh, we got 5 moves to get. You know what? Let's cheat. Let's do this. There we go. We got 5 there. Another 3 there. There we go. We got that. We got that level. We got that level. The most stressful job in Plarium would be the guy who gets normal patches and then he wants to reroll bad patches. Or oh. I mean, Carnage isn't that bad, to be honest. He's just kind of squishy. He's just kind of squishy. Yeah, I gotta do that video showcase edit. We actually just finished working on his his spider team. I gotta work on what's it called? You got timed out? Someday we'll get that angry Aussie out on YouTube. Someday. Someday we'll get him out there. All right. Let's see here. Let's finish this one up. Someday we'll get that angry Aussie out on YouTube. And we'll have some fun with them. Well, you know, Bob, you're not bad. You're not wrong about that. All right. It is 2:30. It is time ready for me to get ready for work. So let's see who is currently streaming here. And let's go drop in on Pogo. Let's go drop into Mr. Pogo Pink Tie. All right. Guys, appreciate you all for hanging out. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody who helped out with the sponsor. Much love. I should be streaming again tomorrow, depending on how late I work tonight, and we'll continue with the account takeover and possibly a new sponsor. We'll see. As always, guys, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other, and I'll catch you guys next time. And raid.